The Legend of Korra, the game. 4.2 on IGN, 54% on Metacritic, 9 out of 10 on Steam. Something doesn't line up here. A title that features temple run gameplay deserves to score higher than Metal Gear Rising. A game where you can slice people up while wearing a fucking sombrero. I don't buy it. IGN got kinda shafted for their review, and while I'm the last person who would defend IGN, I don't really get the whole backlash. So you know what? Let's talk about Korra. Let's talk about this 9 out of 10 game. Korra the game features some very diverse gameplay, including spamming X. Still spamming X. Spamming X some hitting more. X tapping X many hitting times. X like 10,000 times in a row. But occasionally you'll hit the right button before continuing to spam X. But what's a game without boss battles? Boss battles really define what a game is. So you see these 3 triads? You're gonna fight them. Then you're gonna fight him again. 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 Sometimes they won't even be bosses, but you're still gonna fight him again. That's not the only boss though. There's also this tank boss that you're gonna fight again. And you're gonna fight again. And you're gonna fight again. Now there's 3 of them.
And it's Temple Run.
And you're gonna fight again. 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 You know the only reason Necropolis has mixed reviews despite being a fun game? Because it's monotonous. You're fighting the same things over and over. It's completely predictable. And Korra has the exact same problem. Here's the thing, it's a $15 game. I get you're gonna have to cut corners, you can't make a huge deal out of it. It's a licensed game, so it's usually not gonna have a huge development team, but still, there's so much recycled stuff in it. Even a $15 price tag, I feel is hard pressed to forgive all of these issues. It has fucking Temple Run! I'm the fucking Avatar. If you wanna do like a duck hunt minigame or some shit, okay, I get it, you're like using the elements. But Temple Run, why? Because the game came out in 2014. In my opinion, the funnest part of the game is the pro bending section, but there's no online multiplayer, which would have made it pretty cool, and it's pretty short-sighted. You get to play it once at the beginning, and then you don't unlock it until you beat the whole game. And while we're on the subject of unlocking things at the end of the game, you don't even get a hard mode until you beat the game. So you have no choice but to just spam X to beat the whole game. It's supposed to be this huge reward, like, wow, you can play it on hard mode now. But don't you think not enjoying it on normal mode would be an incentive to not play the game again? Just a thought. There's also this shop section in the game where you get to buy items, but aside from getting revives and some health potions, I never really used it. But I've shit on the game enough. Let me talk about some upsides to it. For one, it controls really well. I don't have any real problems with the controls of it. It looks great too. You know, when I think of a Korra game, I think of this. In the cutscenes, being animated to imitate the show is a nice touch. They could have pulled a fucking Battle for Bikini Bottom and just done it 3D, but they went the extra mile, and I appreciate that. But the actual story that you follow is kind of fucking boring. There's like this old dude that I guess you killed 1,000 years ago, and he comes back and he's like, I'm mad at you, I'm gonna kill you now. And then he tries to kill you. Eventually, I guess. He like sends a bunch of dudes at you, and then he tries to kill you at the end. I don't know, it's kind of weird. At the end, he eventually, you get to fight him, he's the final boss. And how do I describe this? 3 health bars. Because that's how this game decides what a boss battle is. If it has 1 health bar, it's a person. 2 health bars, it's a boss. 3 health bars, it's a boss that you're gonna be wailing on for 10 minutes. No joke, dude. It took me so long to figure out how to beat this boss, and when I eventually figured out how to do it, it's just waiting. It's just parrying, 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 throwing his monsoon rock bullshit back at him, parrying, parrying, wailing on him in Avatar state, wailing on him in Avatar state. There's nothing wrong with those things individually, but it's just doing the same things over and 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 over. It's actually a pretty good reflection of the game as a whole, to be honest. This entire title is just the pure. It's like when you Google what's the definition of a squandered game, this is the first result. Not a joke, that's a factual statement that I just stated now. I didn't go into it having huge expectations or anything. I just kind of hoped it wouldn't be a spam fest, but when I play this, I feel like I'm playing Dragon Ball Z story mode. Any of you ever play Budokai? You know how it's just spamming, but that's what this feels like. I know I sound like a cynical bitch right now, but I liked Korra more than I did the original Avatar. I know, it's such a controversial opinion. For all the flack I've given the game, it's honestly not as bad as I've made it out to be. The controls, like I said, are pretty tight. It has the original voice actors. I really didn't encounter any bugs in it. Artistically, it's a good looking game. And you know, it's kind of a short runtime, but for $15, I can't complain that much. And even though I make it seem to be so monotonous, grinding out on random enemies, it's not the worst thing in the world. I would still rather be playing this than Battleborn. Ooh.
Spicy!
So you know what, Korra? If I'm gonna have to rate you, I would give you a 5 out of 10. Maybe a 6 out of 10. Nah, 5 out of 10. You're not terrible, but you're not great either. Anyways, I just wanted to give my opinion about this game. I know I'm very late on it, but Baltroid enjoyed this game, and being the great friend that I am, I decided I would play it and then criticize virtually everything I could. So, bye.
I'm lost.